Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess all I can say is welcome to a new day in Prince Edward Island.
For decades, governments have flipped back and forth between the PCs and the Liberals, and tonight was the Progressive Conservatives' turn. But there's a whole other story coming out of this race, too. The Greens just had the best showing ever of any Green party in Canada, becoming the new official opposition. That's a big win, obviously, for PEI Green Party leader Peter Bevan-Baker, who for the first time made a third party a real contender on the island. But as Kayla Hounsell tells us, there were mixed emotions at Green Party headquarters tonight.
Certainly a mix of emotions here tonight. It is certainly a party-like atmosphere. Green Party leader Peter Bevan-Baker spoke about how proud he is of his party, noting, as you say, that they have picked up more seats than any Green Party in Canadian history. He also spoke about how proud he is about the campaign itself, thanking the other leaders for such a cordial campaign. There has been no mudslinging scandal or controversy. It's been very polite, and he says that, in addition to a collaborative minority government, will bode very well here on the island. But he spoke at length about how that joy and elation is really mixed with grief and mourning. The Green Party lost a candidate, Josh Underhay, and his very young son Oliver in a boating accident on Good Friday. This is the first time that Peter Bevan-Baker has spoke about the death of his colleague and friend.
For me personally, I don't think I've ever felt as overwhelmed with both joy and grief simultaneously. My heart is so full, but it's also breaking.
And the death of that candidate has really set a sad undertone to this entire election night. And Peter Bevan-Baker may not be the Premier, but he is the official opposition leader, and the Premier-designate PC leader Dennis King says he wants the ideas of all of the parties. That is very much the way that he led this campaign, and so it will be interesting to see if he continues with that philosophy now that he's in government. Kayla Hounsell, CBC News, Charlottetown.
So a surge in popularity for the Greens, but also another government having fallen. What could all of this mean for the federal election this fall? Chris Hall joins us in Ottawa tonight. Okay, once again, Chris, voters showing that they are interested, hungry for change even.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Of the last 5 provincial election campaigns in the past year, everyone has resulted in a change in government. 4 of them, including tonight in Prince Edward Island, to the Conservatives. But as you pointed out, it's a big night for the Green Party. Not only did it grow its support, it also has shown that there is at least a base of support throughout Atlantic Canada. They have won 3 seats, for example, in New Brunswick. They have 3 seats in British Columbia, where they are the balance of power. So some momentum there. But I would point out, as you said in the intro there, they really have a broader platform of future vision, is how Peter Bevan-Baker described it. So clearly they are not running as a one-issue party, even if some people really see the Greens still in Canada as being a party of the environment.
Okay, what else should the federal parties take away from any of this?
Well, if you're Justin Trudeau, it's the loss of another Liberal voice around the Premier's table, and of course for the NDP, there's not any joy tonight. But looking for the federal Greens, they only got 3.5% of the public vote, popular vote in 2015, and that was concentrated in double digits in a handful of ridings, including Elizabeth May's own riding in Saanich, Gulf Island. One of those other ridings, Nanaimo Ladysmith, I mentioned that, Rosie, because there is a federal by-election coming on May the 6th, so how the Greens might do there will be something that we have to watch, because tonight, if there's any indication from PEI that there's a change afoot here, it is that they drew votes from both the Liberals and the NDP provincially. So that makes this by-election more interesting to watch. The broader picture to you, what happens in the fall is still, I think, a little early to say anything concrete about what this Green Party showing tonight will mean for the federal election.
But Andrew Scheer is certainly claiming another ally tonight, Chris.
Yes, he certainly is.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. CBC's Chris Hall.